Welcome to Games TV, special bulletins presented by the University of South Australia to tell your stories from the 2007 World Police and Fire Games. Hello, I'm Candice Marcus.
And I'm Daniel Gannon. Blood, sweat and tears have been a major part of the Games. Those competing in the wrist wrestling not only sweated it out for the champion's crown, but also ran the risk of dislocation and broken bones. Christy Johnson reports.
Bulging muscles, frowns of concentration and small tantrums were on the agenda at the wrist wrestling competition on Wednesday. The competition, known in Australia as arm wrestling, is a fight to push an opponent's hand onto the table without getting your own arm bent out of shape in the process.
Wrist wrestling involves use of upper body strength and a good concentration and using the techniques that work for you against any given opponent.
Yeah, there's a few minor techniques involved, pulling the arm in a little bit closer and wrist management and whatnot.
And the sport is gender inclusive, with female competitors able to wrestle each other for gold in the women's competition. Canadian competitor Colleen Hall has been crowned World Wrist Wrestling Champion twice before.
I would never arm wrestle men. That's dangerous. They don't want to lose to a girl, so they'll hurt you bad. So I don't arm wrestle men.
And competitors could get hurt if they aren't careful to remain in a safe position.
Yeah, a couple of years ago in Spain, there was a couple of fellas that had some tendons torn and whatnot.
For many of us in Australia, arm wrestling is a game we play at the pub with friends. In the 2007 World Police and Fire Games, however, competitors take it very seriously, with only 2 chances to make the finals.
I take it quite seriously. I come to these games to compete. I always say I'm going for fun, but I think that I want to do well while I'm here.
I'd be lying if I said I was extremely serious, but I'm still out for gold today, and we'll see what happens.
And a new focus for the 2007 Games in Adelaide, a break-free event, with organisers and competitors taking extra care to walk away bones and tendons intact. Christy Johnson, Games TV.
There was plenty of tension in the air at the convention centre for the Games judo competition, and while judo is supposed to be a defensive martial art, injuries can still happen. Christy Johnson reports.
It may look like a graceful dance, it may even look like friends holding hands and hugging. There is nothing gentle about this judo competition, however, with competitors from all over Asia and Europe focused on one thing, slamming their opponent into the ground.
Judo involves 2 players, and the idea of winning a bout, which is usually a 4 or 5 minute bout, is to actually win by ippon, which is full points, and you can do that by throwing somebody with complete control and speed.
Male and female, young and old, even big and small, the aim is to ground the competitor by kicking, pushing or twisting them inside out, whatever works within the rules.
Yes, my favourite technique is haragoshi, which is a forward-moving hip throw.
My favourite technique, anything that puts my opponent on the mat.
There is much more to the event than employing their favourite moves, however, competitors staying intensely focused and concentrating on winning gold.
Very seriously, I enjoy it a lot. I don't come in here hoping to win the gold every time. For instance, right here at the Games, it's just great associating with a bunch of police officers and firefighters, people that have the same mindset as me.
And the crowd gets right behind their favourite competitor, breaking the tension by singing and cheering. Not everything went to plan, however, proving judo can be quite a dangerous combat sport.
I've had knee injuries, I've broken fingers, broken toes, dislocated, broken a nose here and there.
Despite the possibility of injuries, judo competitors were focused only on throwing their opposition. Christy Johnson, Games TV.
Well, the Adelaide Games are going down a treat, but it won't be long before the focus shifts to the next host city in Canada. As Candice Marcus reports, the story behind the 2009 British Columbia bid is quite unique.
It started on the whim of 2 Canadian firefighters. Their dream was to give the city of Burnaby in British Columbia the chance to host the 2009 World Police and Fire Games. But with the deadline for entry fast approaching, the pair decided to take desperate measures.
So the 2 of them took the entry fee, the $10,000 required as an entry fee, and put it on their Visa cards. So they came to my office, to the mayor's office, and said, Mayor, we've got a problem. We've just put $10,000 in an entry fee for the World Police Fire Games on our Visa cards, and our wives don't know about it. Can you help us out? And that was the start of the dream of the World Police Fire Games arriving in British Columbia.
From that point on, the wheels were set in motion, and the massive task of planning the Games began. And after seeing what Adelaide has to offer, these Canadian ambassadors are ready to step up to the plate.
I know it's going to be very, very tough to match what Adelaide's done down here, but I think every Games host has that challenge, and we're going to try and live up to that challenge and put on the best Games ever.
So what will they take back with them from their experience in Adelaide?
Well, one thing we'd love to take is the excitement. It's just a lot of excitement here, and the atmosphere is just fantastic. And you know, the entertainment village, I think, is second to none, the best I've ever seen. So those kind of things we'd like to take back.
The next Games will also be a chance to thank their hard-working police and firefighters.
And we are so proud of our police and firefighters in our community. We wanted to do something to show how much we appreciate the fact that they're the people who run in when everyone else is running out. So our police and our fire deserve this opportunity to host the world.
Canada's well accustomed to hosting the Games. 2009 will mark the second time regions in British Columbia have hosted the Games. So, as any of these proud ambassadors will tell you, if anyone's prepared for the Games, it's definitely Burnaby.
We're ready.
We're ready.
Candice Marcus, Games TV.
To the Games medal tally, and Australia has surged ahead to win almost 100 medals in one day. Crikey. The host nation's total is now 213. Still in second place is Spain with 124 medals, followed by the US on 105. Chinese Taipei was languishing in last place, but has made astonishing progress with the gold medal haul of 8.
We leave you now with highlights of some of the Games so far. Until our next edition of Games TV, thanks for joining us.
See you next time.